Welcome to Different Juice Podcast. Welcome back to Different Juice Podcast. You guys, it's Different Juice Podcast. This is the Different Juice Podcast. Different Juice Podcast.
Sports, music, different juice. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, we got that. Different juice. Yeah, we got that. What you want, how you want it. Want a real talk, man. Yeah, we got it. Join the wave. Let me hear it now. Say.
Welcome to Different Juice Podcast. Welcome back to Different Juice Podcast. You guys, it's Different Juice Podcast. This is the Different Juice Podcast. Different Juice Podcast.
Sports, music, different juice. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, we got that. Different juice. Yeah, we got that. What you want, how you want it. Want a real talk, man. Yeah, we got it. Join the wave. Let me hear it now. Say.
This is different juice.
Yo,
This is a different episode. We don't
That's
got most of the
crazy.
guys here today. But we got a special guest with us today. Everybody, the man, the myth, the Springfield legend.
yes,
I don't know about
sir.
all that,
You know what I'm
D
saying?
Ray, yes, sir.
Everybody's heard the name. We got Dan from the field with us today.
What's going on?
This is a special episode, man. For me, for Larry, for Different Juice. Because like I said, like you a known name around here.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
boy big now.
But the thing is, like,
that
I was
boy grew crazy.
I don't know
crazy.
about that, but
Crazy.
thousands of views. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, you known around here. You pull up to the games, you got the sweater on, the hat on, everybody. You got the camera. Shout out there for the fan. You got everybody. They don't. Sometimes they don't even care about the beginning of the game because they just trying to get in the video.
Yeah.
nah, for real though, like that'd be crazy. Like I'll just go there and immediately, like not even 30 seconds after walking in the gym, my phone will pop up and it says, you got tagged in a video or something. Like it'll be on the story, you know what I mean? Like what? I just logged in. What's
That's
up,
mad
like that's
funny.
crazy to me.
You didn't even take the camera out yet. You just
Nah.
got the backpack looking around.
Right. I'm just like looking to see who's here.
The
Like,
thing is, man, like, this is a conversation I've had with you, that I've had with Larry. Like, people know the name, but don't know Dan from the field. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people, even like you said, people that see you on the stories and post you on the stories, tag you on the stories. They just know that's Dan from the field. But nobody knows Dan from the field. There's not many of us. Like I've sat down, I've had many conversations with you, and you one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, just to kick it off, man, who's Dan from the field? What's your explanation of Dan from the field?
it's funny to me because it's such a broad question. It's like, how do I define me? You know what I mean? I'm a humble guy. Like that's the thing about me. Like when people like, some of my friends will say like, "Oh, look at Mr. Big Shot, Mr. Hollywood, Dan from the field." But I'll be like, nah, like I'm not about that. I'm just chilling. Like I'm just filming. I'm trying to get these guys exposure, and that's really all it is. Like I'm just trying to show love to the city that, for the better part of, I'd say 15 years, really showing me love. You know what I mean? Like I know things are going on with the city and stuff like that, but it is what it is, and I'm still gonna show love to my city. That's the thing. I'm a caring guy. Like I'll talk to you even if it's been like 15 years. Like I'll talk to you the same way.
Fact.
I'll be like, yo, how's it going? How's the family? Whatnot? And that's what it is. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. I'm not gonna, act like I'm Hollywood, because what's the point? First of all, I'm not even at that level. I personally think I'm not. I'm definitely not. People will say like, oh, you Mr. Big Shot. No, I'm not. Please stop saying it because I'm not there.
Right.
But that's just me. I try to, stay more introverted as possible. I feel like if I ever got to that point of like, taking in the quote unquote fame, I feel like it'd be detrimental to me in a way. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm a quiet guy. I'm humble, and I just try to keep it that way,
Yeah, no bullshit. You haven't changed since high school. Just same dude for
It's
real.
been that way since Ren, bro.
Yup.
Since Ren, since Commerce, since Vancicle. I couldn't change. That's not me.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you can appreciate something like that because, like, for me, like, I talk to a lot of kids that leave the city or just when we talk about Springfield as a whole, it's like, bro, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. It's like, man, I love this place. As much stuff that goes on, and as much as I want to get out of here, as much as everybody that I know want to get out of here, this is where we come from. Like these are the streets that we've all played on. So it's like when it comes down to it, like all the craziness that goes on in this city, that's why it hurts a lot of us to the core when something crazy happens, because it's like these are the streets that we love, that we've come to love. So for you, like when you're out here and you're just trying to put these young bulls on and you're just trying to get simple tape, 40-second tape can go ages, far as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I can appreciate that for what it is, man. Like that is what's up.
And that's the thing,
real,
like
bro.
It's tough because people they'll ask me, they'll be like, why didn't you do this before? And it's like, it's not that I haven't thought about it. It's just that at the time I was playing. Me and you was playing in JV. You know what I'm saying? Like we was playing, and I can't just play and then immediately like start recording for the next team. Like I can't do that. Like that's just not me.
Yeah.
And when I was playing freshman and then at Commerce and whatnot, when like the dudes was like stacked, like OD, when they had like Tyrell Springer and whatnot at Central, when they had Alex Lopez at Commerce, like when it was just straight demons on the court, I would have loved to have a camera by then and just film all those dudes and edit like how I'm doing now. But it wasn't possible then. So
That's a fact. I know people like, I was just talking to one of my mans about you the other day, and I sent him your Instagram because he was like, I know the name, but I ain't never really seen nothing. And he was like, you not in here? I'm like, nah. When I was playing, Dan was just getting started. I was like, I was in a couple clips, but that wasn't even my tape. It was my man's tape. So, but you was just getting it started. So to see how far you become, like how far you've came from the beginning is crazy. It really is, like down to the T. Like how far you've come from that first vid that I seen you make with Nate, all the way to where you at now to the ones you just dropped today. It's like, bro, this is crazy.
It's fucking nuts.
Nuts. And it's not like us growing up. We all watched the hoop mixtapes and the you know what I'm saying. So just to have like a boy that gets down in the gritty with shit like that is dope as hell, man.
that's love.
And a nigga that actually balled before too. That's different. That's different.
You know what to look for.
Yeah, that's
Right.
different.
And I think that is like an edge that all videographers have on their resume, that if you hoop before, you know exactly what to look for. You know the angles, you know the certain plays. Like I've never seen a rebound tape.
Dennis Rodman is the only one.
So I'm saying, like, there's only like maybe 1 in a million you'll see a rebound tape. That's just one of those things that you're like, that's not something that people are gonna look for in a tape.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And it was only because Dennis was crazy as hell.
Right.
That was it.
He was just OD with it. Like he'll fight you for the rebound.
Yeah, he was going everywhere.
Like you're his teammate, and he'll punch you for the board.
But that's it. That's all. That's really the only one I could think of, man.
That's right.
Who's the first video that you like ever recorded?
I hate to bring it up because it's sad.
What?
It's real sad.
What?
No, like on some serious shit. No. Like, no, I'm really trying to be serious. Like, I'm chuckling a little bit because it's like, it's actually serious, like how sad it is. Because the first joint I did was a Commerce game versus Agawam. And this was, I want to say, this was late. This was December 2015. Juice and Chan was the first video I did. And it was just like 15 seconds. It was 15 seconds. Juice hit like 2 jumpers and Chan hit a layup. It was the first video I ever did with a camera that, honestly, it didn't even belong to me. It was my mom's little camera. It was like a really small Canon camera that didn't have much capabilities of video. It was a record button and you go. That was it. And the quality wasn't great either. But it was just something that I was just like,
let me try it.
Yeah, let me try it. Like I watched Hoop Mixtape, I watched Baller's Life, I watched Baller Visions, and I was just like, man, I got my mom's camera, like why not try something? So I went to that game. I just heard about it, like that was the first game of the season, and I wanted to see how Chan and Juice and all these guys were gonna do at Commerce. And I went to the game, even though they lost, like it was a fun game. Like it was amped up at Agawam. I was like, why is it so like loud in here? Like this is not an Agawam game. But it was just crazy. And first of all, R.I.P. to Chan.
Yeah, shout out Chan, man.
Dude,
Yeah, for real,
dude
man.
was a cool dude. Really good hooper too. And that's why, like, every time I bring it up, is like it's kind of sad because it's like, damn, that was he was really the first one I did. Like that was just insane to me. Like just to think about that. So
Right.
it's just tough.
And that was the first year that Juice had left. He went from Savage to Commerce.
Actually,
that
that was year 2.
the second year.
That was the second year. Second year, because the first year was actually my last year at Ren. Because I remember going to Ren, and then we played them. Like, it was like the first time I think Ren played like Commerce like ever, like in a game. And it was a game that I started, and after that, I didn't play the rest of the game.
I remember that.
Like, it was just weird because I felt it was weird because my coach told me I was starting, and I felt like he really just kind of did that because he knew that I came from Commerce.
Yeah.
So he wanted me to, like, just get a feel of it. But I knew after that I wasn't going to play much. Either way, it was a great feeling going back. But regardless, like, yeah, like, it was just weird because playing, like, seeing Ren against Commerce and stuff like that, and then now backtracking into this whole recording thing, it's like it's weird how all of this like just comes together. You know what I mean? So it's weird.
All right, the best athlete you've ever made a mixtape for?
Zion Williamson.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Damn. That's
Easily. That's the easy. Like, and that's the thing. The tape I did for him compared to what I do now is not even that great. Like,
You would have went crazy if you would have.
if I did it now.
If you would have had the angle you had this year versus the angle you had last year, it would have been crazy.
It was angles. I was gonna say, why don't you just
that?
go
But
back?
also, like, here's the thing. I've done tapes for people that I actually can't like post. Like, who's this kid? I forget it. Brandon Boston.
Yeah, BJ. Shout out BJ. BBN.
I freaking I wanted to do a tape for him so bad because he was going ape.
Yeah,
Like, he was going
ape
crazy
shit this year.
You know what I mean? And like when he was playing at Hoop Hall this past year, he was going dummy like with the dunks and like the crazy plays he had. So, but because of the whole circumstances with me filming for the Hall of Fame, there's certain things you can't do, and especially with ESPN being there, I wasn't allowed to post certain stuff. Wow. So there would be tapes that I would do, and I just keep them on my laptop just for safekeeping, like in case anybody ever wanted to see them. So maybe one day, maybe I'd get to post it. But there's some tapes where I was like, yeah, this might be the best tape I'll never post in my life. And that Brandon Boston one is it. But
damn,
to answer the question, Zion Williamson is the best athlete I've made a mixtape for. Now, granted, the answer to maybe like the best athlete that I've just recorded, it's either him or Jalen Green. Because Jalen Green, for all of the hype to that game where he played, even though he didn't do nothing like spectacular in game, he had like the lightest 24 points I've ever seen ever. Like, he was just shooting threes, middies, layups, just getting bucks. And it was just so light to him. I was like, this dude is efficient. Like, he's hell. Like, imagine if it was just like a bum game and he's just doing 360 dunks between the legs and whatnot, scoring 40. Yeah. Like, but yeah. So if it was that question, I'd say between those two. But as a mixtape, Zion by far.
All right, what about local?
Stir
some shit up.
You never answer this question on your live, bro. And I be tuned in, and they be asking you, and you be like, I'm not answering it.
Is the best?
That's the thing, because every time I have this question or a similar question, the first thing, like, I know if I said it, they'll be like, bro, I'm better than him.
I know.
Either that or dude's just gonna get butt hurt. Like, when people have asked me stuff like, oh, who's the best team in Western Mass? I can't answer that because if I say it, they'll be like, well, we're like miles better than, like, you know what I mean? Like, dude's gonna get butt hurt. So I don't answer those questions. But for y'all, I'll answer the question.
Oh, shit.
Just for y'all, I'll answer this question. The best.
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
I need a sip. Hold on.
Sir.
I need a
Come on.
sip.
Yes, sir. Best player you ever recorded in the field.
In the field.
The
best player I've recorded. Taylor Martin.
Oh, okay.
That's not a bad pick at all.
If not him, then Hassan Ward.
That's another not bad pick at all.
You know what I mean? Bro, it's when you think about it, both of them are D1 talents.
Oh yeah.
One is in D1 right now. The other, depending on
He
what
plays
happens,
for a Hall of Fame coach and they made the tournament last year and all that.
And depending on what happens, he might still have a chance to play D1. Might even go G League. Who knows? He's got the talent for it. But I'll personally say that Talon, no matter where I went, no matter what camera it was, no matter what talent was on the other team, his mindset was getting bucks and getting a chase down block or two. And that was what impressed me so much, is that he knew when to turn it on and when to turn it off, or just to never turn it off, period. He'll go and just give somebody a lane, and he knows he's gonna send it. Like, he's sending it packing. And he was just so entertaining, like off the dribble. Like, off the dribble, you know, he'll explode out of just nowhere, out of thin air. He'll just explode. Even in the post, he'll just look like he's about to dunk it. And then even when he played against Central, when he played against Hassan Ward and whatnot, like, he's just impressive. And for all the games that I filmed him for probably, well, obviously with the exception of this year, from like 2017 to 19, easily probably the best that I've recorded, because it was easy for me to make a mixtape for him. The hardest part was to what should I put in? Right. Like, there's so much film. Every time I went to his game, it was like, what should I put in? Because everything was like goated. So damn, that's crazy. I got to give credit where credit is due. Dude is hell. And
yo, he's still, even I watched him play in the tournament, because Springfield hosted the tournament this year. Yeah. And they had St. Joe's there. They had us in it. We had a couple other guys. But St. Joe's lost the game, I'm pretty sure. And even he was still packing the house. Just because he's the kid from here. Yep. So you got kids from, you got the St. Joe's crowd. You got the Springfield crowd, because we're in Springfield. And then you got the Springfield crowd, like dudes from the city that is coming to watch Taylor.
Right. Even though we're talking about Taylor, like, I got to think about, like, technically, I could even say Ty Nix. Yeah. Ty Nichols, because even though I didn't film him when he was playing at Putnam, he's still considered local. You know, he's Springfield, made and whatnot. Exactly. And when I filmed him playing against Eastern Connecticut, you know, with Carlos on the other team, Carlos Gonzalez, man, I was like, yo, this dude is a demon. Like, he's way better than that Putnam kid that was, even though he was getting bucks, he wasn't like,
oh, Ty got a pro bag.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, like, his step back was just, oh my Lord.
I watched him play I want to say right before school started this last year coming up. And I got invited. I was just going to watch. I was going to go, because they had the ball team there, and then they had a couple dudes. And Kendall and Deontay were like, yo, pull up. We got some run. You want to run? I had back spasms that day from work. And I was like, I'll just pull up because I want to see my guys. And Ty Nix was there. Bro, he had dudes like looking crazy. I'm talking about college team, like, defenders looking stupid. I'm like, you got dudes that your face is just like damn, where did he get that? How did he get doing that? And then you got Jake Ross. Jake Ross was hurt. Yeah. So he was on the side watching, and you could tell he's like antsy. Like, he's like, because Jake's another one. Yeah. Jake, one of the best hoopers I've seen around. Yeah, and he's from Northampton. Yeah. But nigga's nasty, like, and you could tell he's hurt, but he's antsy because you got Ty killing everybody. And Jake, like, I'm trying to get in on this. Like, he's not killing me like this. But I think Ty Nix will get it on. So
with anybody, listen,
anybody.
Honestly, if anything, if not Talon is my pick, I'm picking Ty. Like, anybody to just give you a bucket, I'm picking Ty Nix. Like, I don't care who you are, you're getting the work.
You know who I wish you were around when we were on, like, if you were recording now, who I wish you would have recorded?
Who's that?
What's buddy that used to play for Putnam? Big dude.
Tyon Malone?
Tyon.
That nigga's nasty, nigga.
Yo, if you would have had, Tyon would have had a crazy stand from the field.
You know what's funny about that, bro?
Everything,
like, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's hilarious to me that when I was in high school, I think it was 9th or 10th grade, I went to a middle school game of when he played at Chestnut. That was when he was playing with, I think he was playing with Kievan at the time.
Could have been.
And I was there, because I heard, like, rumors talking about, like, yo, this dude from Chestnut, he's hell. I don't know who he is, but he's hell. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go watch a game. And I see Tyon there, and first of all, he's taller than everybody else. So I was like, all right, so this is what it's gonna be. We're gonna have this dude 6'3", 6'4". He's gonna be
Doing whatever he wants.
like he's gonna boof on everybody. And then I heard, like, even before that, I heard stories like, oh, he dropped 100, and they didn't allow him to play because he dropped 100 points. So I don't know if that's true or not, but that's a crazy story if it's true. So when I watched him play, I think like maybe 4 or 5 plays in, see Kievin throw him a lob off the backboard, left hand, throw it down. I'm like, yeah. Why am I here?
Yep.
What am I doing? Like, what is this kid doing? Not in high school yet. Yep. Like, just get him grades up and just let him play. Like, bro, dude was just...
That's crazy.
He would have had one of the craziest Dan from the field takes.
Easily.
As a middle schooler.
Easily. As a middle schooler.
But when he got to his senior year, bro, he was like... And you would have got a Talon and a Tyon tape. You could have had you could have went crazy because they were on the same team.
That would have given him so much exposure, bro.
But he already had it.
I know even more, bro.
Because he played AAU with some big names too.
Right.
So, but just like if I had to pick one guy that I wanted to see a Dan from the field tape from back then, it would probably be either Ty Nix or Tyon, bro. Because Tyon his senior year,
he was going
different.
8. He was going.
I'm
8
telling
for
like.
real.
He would just come over half and pull up crazy. Or another underrated one would be like Nelson. Because Nelson, him playing, he was D3, so his name went under the radar a lot of the time. But you got Nell. There's, what's his name? Kamali. Kamali would have had a crazy Dan from the field thing. Andre King. Like, just crazy names like that. Like
Derek Boyd.
Derek Boyd would have had another one.
That's my dog, and I regret not having a tape for him yet because he's hit me up like trying to get me out to his games and whatnot. And I want to so bad because I know I played with him before. I played against him before. Dude is a demon.
That nigga's nasty.
He is a demon. 5'11", 6 foot. I don't care. He's a demon.
Yep.
Like he was when he was playing at Chicopee and whatnot. He was going at these dudes. John Garcia and Ty Nix, like he was going at him, like he's like that. Like I regret not having a tape for him yet. Like, but yeah, no, those names, all those are buckets. Like, just think about all those names that, off the top of my head, I'm like, yo, why couldn't I do these like years ago?
Because it would have been crazy.
That would have.
It would have been crazy. Like, and that's what I hope that we get. Because I see a lot of the kids that you record now. And some of them, like, some of them have some real, like, you would be recording some real hoopers, like, and that are young.
I didn't even know existed.
Yeah, like, you were like, yo, who is this kid? Or kids that I've seen, like, young bulls that I've seen. And I'm like, he was all right. And then you come back on a Dan from the field tape, and you like, it wasn't like that before.
Right, exactly.
But then again, that could go to that could go to your scale, too, because you could make a kid that might be real average. Like real regular.
Sometimes maybe even below that.
Yeah, or really bad.
To be honest, it is.
You can make them look crazy because they just put the money into it. You know what I'm saying?
That's that great editing right there.
And that's what's so tough about these tapes because, like, you never know what someone's going to do, like, until the game goes on. So, like, if they don't really perform like that, that's going to show how good you are as an editor to see can you make something out of really nothing. Right? You know what I mean? So.
All right, yo, transitioning from players, great players, what was your favorite place to record?
Favorite place to record? Oh, easy. What? I don't know why. I had to think about it for a second. Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan Sun. What the fuck?
This is what I was telling Cam in the car.
Shit.
That
I ain't know
first
that.
of all, shout out Coach Pat Ochoa. Because he put me onto this because he works at the Hall of Fame and whatnot.
Bulldogs, yes sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Champs, 2 times in a row. Shout out to Pat.
Yep. Shout out Pat. But yeah, like when I was, getting some kind like a little bit of notoriety and stuff like that, he put me on to this whole thing that it's kind of like hoop hall but for like college teams. Like there were D1 college teams that were going to Mohegan Sun.
That's fire.
And there was like UMass, University of Virginia. Like really good teams that they were going over there and they were just gonna play against each other in like a little tournament, like 2-game tournament, whatever. So I was like, bet I'm down for it. Like, what do I got to do? He told me it was in CT, and I'll get a hotel room for the night and then record the next day, and then I'll be gone. So when I first got into that arena, first of all, the lights compared to the high school lights instantly was like, it's like night and day.
It's similar to hoop ball or no?
Better.
Better?
Better, because first of all, it's an arena.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's
Yeah,
way
it wasn't.
better.
It wasn't just no gym. It wasn't not, like first of all, the lights were just on. Like you could, I can't even describe like just the lights itself. And then the court was just so beautiful. Just standing on it was like, I feel like I'm dirtying the court just standing on it. Like it was just that court was just so dangerous. And then I was just like getting in awe of the court. I was like, yo, where am I gonna film? Like it's just like almost overwhelming how great this court is. So, walking around for hours before the games were even going on, I just took the time to like get a feel for it. But yeah, by far and away, that Mohegan Sun Arena, best court, best place that I recorded at easily.
That's what's up.
So to contradict it, what's your least favorite place to record?
Now that one I really got to think about.
Because I know you've been in some real shitty gyms.
What's crazy is that I just mentioned Pat Ochoa and the Hall of Fame and stuff. I'm not gonna lie to you, man, but I think the Hall of Fame might be the worst place I recorded at.
I agree. It might be the worst.
Because here's the thing, like they're working on it now. Like they're working on like renovating, but like they're fixing up the core. I don't know if they're doing something to the lights, but they're fixing it up. I hope by the time we get to the 1v1 tournament that it's better. But as it is, the times that I went there to film, it was a nightmare because the lighting sucked. The bleacher, like not even the bleachers, because there were no bleachers. It was just
chairs.
Yeah, it was just chairs. Maybe like like what you'd see at Zop Park, like those kind of bleachers, the metal bleachers, like that's what you'd sit on. Yeah, in the Hall of Fame.
Bad. Like you know how when you see Dan, he's on like the baseline. He got some space between him and the court. Bro, like if he wants to get on the court like that, he has to be like on the court. So it's either he's gonna either something could happen and somebody could land on him, or he has to find like somewhere in the bleachers to sit because that's how bad it is. You know what I'm saying?
And the difference is like for like Springfield College, like it's perfect because their hoops are like linked to the ceiling, so I can sit wherever and no one's getting in my way. As long as nobody walks.
And we
in my
have
way.
like we have a pretty good distance between the court and like the back wall, where you can have like seating and you know what I'm saying, like even at hoop hall they have the whole baseline where it says Springfield, and then they have the area with the curtain and stuff like that. But you still have a good amount between the court and where you're at.
Right.
Like opposing to like the Basketball Hall of Fame where you're like on the court.
Even at UMass, like I know the stanchion is like not so far away from the baseline itself. Yeah. But the difference between that and the Hall of Fame again is night and day, because if I'm like you were just talking about, like I have to basically be right next to the line of the baseline in order to film. And then I like, let's say someone's on the opposite corner, I have to go around like this to get the angle. Like it's so awkward. And like I said, the lighting sucked, the bleachers sucked, and it was bad.
Yeah,
like,
damn,
like you know how, like I don't know if you.
Yeah, I was about to say,
like
they better be listening, yo.
Here's the thing, like I got love for the Hall of Fame.
Acting crazy right now.
Like I'm sorry to say, but like I hope it gets fixed. Like I saw like clips of it, like the court getting like fixed up a little bit. Hopefully that's a big change. And hopefully it's noticeable in the videos, because when I recorded the videos, I felt like, yo, this either my camera sucks, which I feel like it couldn't be the case because I spent money on this camera. There's no way it's the camera. Right. So I was like, all right, so something's got to give. It has to be the gym or something. So hopefully things can get fixed up. And I don't mean to, I'm not bashing the Hall of Fame in any way, but it is what it is. Like the court is not so great.
It is what it is.
Not.
Yeah, and when it comes,
what can you do?
Yeah, facts. When it comes down to it, like you got a big events that get held at the Basketball Hall of Fame. Like you got the Western Mass All-Star Game. Everybody's trying to get into the Western Mass All-Star Game. You got people's families, bro. Literally all in that gym. When those games happen, literally you get, like let's say Dan was playing or I'm playing. I could probably fit y'all two as my boys, my family, and that's it.
Barely.
And then and then you got the next guy that wants to bring two boys and a family. You got the next guy. So you're packing the house off of just families. No, we were watching a Western Mass. When you got dudes like Talon, you got dudes like Hassan, you got dudes like Justin and Nate. Nate threw Justin a lob off the backboard in the All-Star game. Like those are things that people want to see because it's an All-Star game. Like we got talent out here that could hoop. but you got a horrible place to hold the event that can't fit nobody, and you're like, come on, you know what I'm saying?
Yup. What do you plan on expanding? If like you do plan on expanding.
You about to start from the field gang?
Listen,
That shit will be fire.
That
Listen,
is
man.
the ultimate question that I've personally asked myself, because
I'd
people
like to see it.
because people have
Hell
asked
yeah.
me for a while now, and I want it to happen, but there's just really small things that are so important to me that I feel like I need to know that before I can even get that going. I need to build a trust factor with the people
Hell
that I
yeah.
have,
Yup.
because I can't have somebody that just, oh yeah, we'll get it done, and then they double cross me. You know what I mean? Like, I can't have that.
Gotta make the fucking dates.
The
Right.
dates.
You know
Make
what
the
I mean?
fucking
The
dates.
dates,
Feel
the
me?
schedule.
Like,
you heard?
There's stuff like that, and then,
That's us all the time.
but in general,
Make the fucking date.
I mean, expanding wise, obviously, I'm trying to get more merch.
Hell yeah.
I'm already working on that right now. Gonna have white shirt and black logo.
I'm missing out, but
We gonna get that.
I
We
got
gonna get
some
on that.
special joy coming.
We
I
gonna
got
get
some
on
special
that.
joy coming.
Don't worry about it. We gonna get that on there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta show the merch out here right now. You feel me? We got that going. Like I said, I'm thinking about possibly having other people to help me with filming and editing and whatnot. There's that. I want to be able to go out to other states, not just in the East Coast. I want to be able
hell
to go
yeah.
to the South, to the West Coast, to the North. You know what I mean? See what the Hoopers
Sketches,
have out
hell
there. Like,
yeah.
I really want to film the Drew League.
The-
I'd love to film the Drew League.
I love that for you.
That
You
shit
know what I
would
mean?
be
Like,
amazing.
I want to
No
go out there.
bullshit.
Like,
That
I want to
shit
be able to
would
go out there,
crazy.
and then they see this, and they're like, they recognize. You know what I mean? I want them to see that, and they're like, oh, that's that dude from the East Coast. That's
Yeah.
Dan from the field. And
Or
then
even you got events like Peach Jam.
Peach Jam.
Yo, Peach Jam.
EYBL.
EYBL. The Adidas camps and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are big time events, man. Like, cause you like even you can even do like the basketball. Those are big time events that are in Springfield,
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying. But shit, you get out to the Drew League, you get out to like those fun, like the Rucker. I'd love to see you out at the
Hell
Rucker.
yeah.
Dyke.
Right.
Dykeman,
that's
yeah.
where
Yeah.
definitely.
Cause I got to experience Dykeman. I didn't even get to go in. The place was mobbed when we got there.
Absolutely.
So if you get a chance, like Slam, that Slam holds the Dykeman game every year.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a chance to get something in with Slam and get on the court, you got. Last year they had Josh Christopher, Jalen Green, freaking Juju, Dior, freaking they had everybody on one court, and it got to the point where you had dudes like Dior and Juju who were beefing on social media go out on Dykeman, off a Instagram beef, play 1-on-1 on Dykeman the whole court.
Whole time.
You got dudes like clearing out, and the crowd is literally on the court. You had dudes on the fence, little kids climbing the fence. You had
That
dudes
shit would be fire.
on the in the projects on the top of the building.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And just to watch these two kids go one on
High school
one.
kids.
First
High
of
school
all,
kids.
imagine clearing out on like someone like Jalen Green. Like, yo, clear out.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, you got you see Jalen Green on the other, and you see a kid go like this. The whole crowd is about to be like, "Oh, it's on."
If you have the
go."
guts to
shit.
clear out someone
You know
like
what I'm saying?
Jalen Green or Josh Christopher, man, you better do something crazy.
Because
So,
something about to come back right to you
Right.
the moment you do it. So I would love that for you, bro. Just to see
hell
you get
yeah.
out there, that would be so fire.
if
bro.
I can just do that, or even just honestly, just one NBA game. Just
That
one.
shit
Yeah.
would be
Just
crazy.
one. I don't even care
Hell
who it
yeah.
is. Actually, let me not say that.
Nah, you never know, bro. Because you could get
Anybody's good. Anybody's
you
good,
could, you
bro.
could get like a Hawks Celtics game, and the Hawks is not that good.
No. See, that's
you
the
get
Yeah.
you could do a Trae Young tape.
Yeah.
No,
And Trae
for
will
sure.
Trae will get it freaky
Yeah.
for you.
For sure.
Yeah,
I'm just
saying?
saying, I just don't want to go out to
Yeah.
like, let's say like, oh, we have an opportunity for you to come out. I'm like, oh yeah, who's it gonna be? Oh, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Versus
I'm
the
like,
Knicks.
I'm just
You'll
like,
be so
oh
hurt.
yeah, that's great. Can't wait to see Darius Garland go nuts on
Fucking RG
Alonzo
Barrett.
Trier.
That's a fact, bro. Like,
Shit,
But
man.
nah, I would. But you never know. Like, I've never been to an NBA game. I've always wanted to. But like, my pop's been to games, and he's like, "Yo, the game." And even I have a few friends that have been out to games, and they're just like, Even Larry went out to see Bron when he passed Kobe in Philly.
Yup.
So, and just hearing the experiences of like how much the game looks different when you're there
It's crazy
compared to on
It's
TV and shit.
crazy.
Right.
Like even clips, he has clips on his camera of Bron, the bucket that he scored to pass Kobe, and then he showed me the clip on how it looked on TV, and we're just like looking back and forth. We're like, bro, these no way this is the same game. You know what I'm saying? Because it's completely different in person.
Right.
So even if it could be the Knicks versus the Cavs,
Hell
right? But you
yeah,
might
yo.
get in on some shit.
Get
You be
that
like,
name
yo,
out
you
there,
might
yo.
with your talent and what you do with kids out here that literally can't. Some of them literally can't play basketball.
To
No
save their
offense.
fucking life, nigga. And I'm not even all that good. I'm just fucking.
Hey, like I'm not
nigga.
crazy either. I'm a
Yeah,
regular hooper,
exactly.
but like you be making kids like you would make me look top tier,
Nigga.
and then you be making kids that I personally know that cannot hoop like that
Yes, bro.
look great. So I can
Yes.
imagine you going out to like a Knicks and Cavs game and you get Darius Garland or Mitchell Robinson
Hell
or RJ Barry.
yeah,
You'll be
nigga.
like, you'll be in La La Land. You'll be happy as hell.
Yeah, nigga.
First of all, I mean, because y'all brought that up, like, I just thought about something like when I think it was like 8 years old or something like that, bro. Like, I think it was in 06 or something. This is the first game I ever went to, like, an NBA game. Like, I remember that, because thinking about it, I'm like, yo, if I had a camera for this game, God, I would have, if you talking about Dan from the field now, imagine then. But, like, I remember the first game, I swear I was like 8 years old, and I didn't really remember too much except the details of like the little instances of the game where it was LeBron versus Paul Pierce. And this was when LeBron, again, he's basically by himself with like Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Anderson Varejao
Yup.
and Paul Pierce, who's dead ass by himself. Like he just got like Gerald Green in them. You know what I mean? But I just remember because every 5 seconds I'd hear someone in the crowd behind me, "You're not Jordan." Like I'd hear that every 5 seconds when LeBron had the ball. But it was the best game ever for me because I was 8 years old. I was a big fan of Paul. I was a big fan of LeBron at the time. LeBron scored 50. I think no. Pierce had 50.
Damn.
LeBron had like a 46-point triple-double.
I know
And it was like a double. It was like a double overtime game.
That's crazy.
And every time I see
Bron
that
won,
game,
right?
yeah, Bron won in like double overtime. And I remember that because when I went home, my dad, for some reason, just had the audacity to ask me, "Do you want to go to school tomorrow?" Like, hell no, I don't want to go to school. What?
Yeah.
I'm staying home after that game.
I just watched Paul Pierce have 50 and Bron had tripped over. You crazy?
It's crazy. Like I don't remember the stats at the time because I was little. But when I seen it, I was like, "Yo, man."
Can't believe you witnessed that.
I witnessed it.
That shit's
as a
greatness
little
right
kid.
there.
If
yeah.
I was there now,
Bro,
I'd be shitting bricks.
I think about that every time when I seen LeBron pass
I'm saying.
Kobe, bro. And then Kobe died the day after.
That's insane.
That's
to me.
crazy. That's
Like,
crazy.
The timing for stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's those kind of things you're like, man, I need a camera for.
Yeah, and we were just talking about timing in the car. Timing is literally, it can mean
Everything.
It can mean everything, bro. Everything.
Yo, so what is the overall goal with Dan from the field?
The brand and everything.
Just honestly, just the word positivity. Because
Basically us.
because it's like
Oh yeah.
I think so much of how people like think of the city and whatnot, like we talked about earlier. I see the negative light that is on the city and on the athletes of the city. That the first thing people mention is like, oh, it's the city of basketball, but you have like 3 dudes to come out and even go to the league. You know what I mean? And maybe 1 coach. And when I hear stuff like that, it's like, well, you could think of it like that, or you could think of like, well, who knows who could be the next one? Who knows what opportunities could rise from the kids that we see now? So just doing what I'm trying to do, I just want to be able to gain exposure, not just for myself and the brand, but to put that exposure from on my page onto them. So that way they have some kind of notoriety from other states, and then coaches from out of town see these guys and they're like, yeah, we got to pick this kid up. And if it comes from my tape, great, beautiful. But even if it's from somebody else that's doing what I'm doing in Springfield, even better. Like, if I can inspire people to want to be great, even holding a camera or playing ball or whatever it is, I don't care. As long as the city is getting some kind of positive notoriety, I'm for it. Yeah. And that's my message. Like, I just want the city to do great. And it's not that it can't do great. It's got to start with the people.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
doing what I'm doing, like, as great as it is, it means nothing if the city's not
Yeah,
thriving.
exactly. Yo, low key in Springfield, we have a lot of people that could do a
There's
lot of
talent.
yeah,
A lot of
bro.
talent.
In a lot of different ways.
If we could all literally unite and like push each other, bro, we could literally turn the image around on Springfield.
It sucks that, because that is true. It just sucks that we only really come together
Yep.
when it's the negatives.
Yep,
Which is
exactly,
so
bro.
sad to me, because like somebody could die and then the whole city come together. We'll have like a basketball game and both teams will come
Yep.
together, and it's beautiful. That's great.
Yeah.
But why can't we
Yep.
do that when stuff like that don't happen?
Yeah,
Why can't we always
yeah,
be together
exactly.
and unite
Like
when
an annual thing, like
Right.
an annual basketball game on August 5th.
you know what I mean?
blah,
Like
you
just
know?
something like
Yeah.
that, like just little stuff like that. But
Yeah.
like, why can't there just be positivity? Like I understand there's some things about this place that you may not like and you want to get out of here. I get
exactly.
it, but
Yeah.
every city's got that.
Yeah,
There's
every
people.
city's got their own
Exactly.
shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like people out in LA, I know damn well they're like, man, I don't even like it out here no more. Or in Miami, I'm not feeling it. Like you know what I mean? Like it's every city. It's not just Springfield, Massachusetts. So it's about changing the narrative.
Yup.
Really,
Exactly.
that Springfield is not just the city of basketball. It's a city of where great things happen, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish on my end.
Exactly.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
just to wrap it
Yes,
up, man,
sir.
this was fun.
Always fun.
This was fun. This was a good time. This was all I expected it to be. Dan, we really appreciate you being here, man.
It's love, bro.
I again, I appreciate everything you're doing for all the kids out here, for Springfield as a whole. It was an honor having you on.
It was an honor to be here, man, because y'all doing y'all thing with this, bro. Like,
good luck,
y'all probably don't get it now, but eventually y'all see the progress, and it's going to be, y'all ceiling's going to be even higher and stuff. The work y'all doing right now, y'all doing great things for even now and even for the city and whatnot. They don't get it now, but they'll see the progress that y'all
thank you,
making is
bro.
worth it.
That's the plan, man. That's the plan. We just trying to get people to listen, especially the people like you, who everybody sees is on the scene but don't really talk to on the scene. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when it comes to like this was big for not only us not only you but us too, just because of the fact like people get to know Dan from the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you again, bro.
Yeah, it's love, bro.
Different juice. We wrapping it up.
Yes, sir. We out of here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you again. Dan from the field. Final word.
Shout out Dan from the field, man. Nah,
Shout
playing.
out
I'm playing, yo.
That's a fact.
Nah, but it's love, yo. I appreciate y'all.
All right, yo. We out of here.